Hi everyone, Chris Anderson with Mount Comfort RV. It's a happy day today. We got our first 2022 Newmar in. This particular one is a Country Star 4011. And for those of you who follow the Newmar line, you know that anything that ends in 11, well, that's going to be an accessibility coach. So this is going to have the wheelchair lift in it. So that's what we're looking at today. This is our first Country Star 4011 that we've had. I love the paint on the outside of this, but I know what you really want to see is on the inside. So I'll take the easy way in. Let's see, up, down, I think we know where we want to go. We have a ton of capacity on here, so I don't way near that. Alright, if I was in a wheelchair, I could simply roll in, nice flat transition right here. A lot of noise out here. I apologize. We don't have our regular microphone set up for a lot of reasons I won't get into. Let's go inside and it'll sound better. Okay, so we wanted to get this information out as quickly as possible on the 2022 product, and this is a Country Star. The other Country Stars that are not the accessibility models will look just like this one, just obviously a different layout, but as far as your color choices and stuff like that go, they will be the same. As we go through this, I'm going to try to point out some of the things that are a little different. There were not wholesale changes to the Country Star this year. There were just some minor little tweaks, but we'll go over that as well, and we'll show you this magnificent floor plan. This will not be as long as some of our other videos. This is just a little introduction to this product. When we get a little bit more time, I promise to go back and revisit Country Stars and do lots of longer videos on them, but let's just look at this as a little introduction. Now, one of the things with the accessibility coaches, they bring everything down a little lower to where it can be reached by someone in a wheelchair. So where normally I might be reaching up here to show you some controls and such for the coach, you really don't have anything up here. This is all storage. What you do have is in this cabinet right here, you're going to have all of your goodies, and it's down where somebody in a wheelchair can absolutely get to them. Now, one of the changes for this year is it is a little different furniture package this year. You know, last year Flex Steel kind of pulled out at the last second, and Newmar and other manufacturers had to kind of scramble to get furniture in the coaches. So what happened was they used the Mountain Air furniture package in pretty much everything, including Country Star. Well, that's not the case this year. This is Villa furniture. It is a Villa furniture, but it is the Country Star stylings of it. It's not the Mountain Air stylings put into it. So that changed your driver passenger seats, your sofa, other things in here as we go. So just as we go throughout, understand it is Villa furniture again this year, but it's not the same as Dutch Star and Mountain Air and the other coaches. So one of the changes, this is a new Bose sound bar. They did away with the Solo 5. Bose did away with it, but this is a new Bose sound bar, and it does sound great. You still have the televator that pops up here from behind the fireplace, and then you have the obviously the electric fireplace, which does put out heat also. So that's a nice feature there. Notice how many more drawers and cabinets you have in the kitchen on this particular model than on most. What is it? 4, 8, 11 drawers in the kitchen area. That's a crazy amount of drawers in here. Again, that makes everything very reachable. Even the handles, where on some cabinets you might have handles up in the middle, they've been put down low. So again, somebody reaching up from a wheelchair can get to them. Your light switches are lower, your countertops have been lowered a little bit. They've been making these accessibility coaches for a long time, and they've become more and more popular. So your driver passenger seats will spin around and become part of the living area here, so that's nice. But then you turn around here, we have a hide-a-bed sofa with an air mattress in it. And this sofa you'll see in other Country Star models. On the other little sofa, the dinette that you have here, this one's neat because this table is definitely an accessibility table. This table is electric, it raises, it lowers, it comes in, it comes out. Yeah, the tricky part with accessibility is everybody has different needs. No two people are alike, and so they tried to make this serviceable for a lot of different people. We'll pull out here, we have one large stainless steel sink. And by the way, this coach is really ordered in, loaded up. A lot of times I may not load up the Country Stars quite like this one is. There's a lot of goodies on here, and I'll try to get to those as well. 30-inch convection microwave and a 3-burner undermount propane stove. Great storage in the kitchen. I already had that open, but I'll show you some of the uppers here. as you go through, and you have adjustable shelves. And then, like I said, look at these 4 big drawers. It's like having 4 pots and pans drawers right there, 3 more under the stove, and then 4 little ones over in the middle. Tremendous countertop space as you go through here. Tons and tons of workspace in this coach. Now, as we come on back to the middle, we have a residential Whirlpool refrigerator. And this does have the freezer down below with ice maker. And then a pantry here. And that is a deep pantry. Now, one of the improvements Newmar came up with a couple of years ago was this screen option here. And sometimes we bring this in, sometimes we don't. One of the complaints was, it takes a little while to operate the ramp. You're standing there with the door open. There can be mosquitoes and everything coming in during that time. So what you can do is when you're going to operate the ramp, you can actually shut this door like this, go outside. Then once the person is raised up to this level, you open it back up and obviously let them in. And hopefully cut down on the number of bugs coming into the coach. So a nice little thought there. As we come back into the middle of the coach, this is a huge, and I mean huge, roll-in shower. Has seating and handles everywhere. Turn around here, instead of having a cabinet here, this sink is made to roll under, and somebody can easily get in and around there. Great size medicine cabinet. Then come over to the toilet. You've got handles on either side here, again just making things that much easier. As we come back over here, we have a wardrobe, and there's an extra chair for the table. And then we did option this one in with stackable Splendid washer and dryer. Wardrobe closet. Check that out. Lots of hanging space. This is a queen size bed. So some of the things Newmar did, they relocated the outlets. It used to be like on the side of the bedpost down here. They relocated that outlet where it's a lot easier to get to. It's actually right on the front of that little nightstand right there. That's new. You have a all lights on, all lights off switch over here. So if you go to bed and you notice you left a light on at the front, that'd be really inconvenient. You can touch a button here and turn off all the lights to the coach. And also, yeah, there's generator start and stop back here, as well as water pump start and stop back here. So anything you accidentally left on is what I'm picturing when you go to bed. You can click that off. Let's talk about some of the colors used on this coach. I'm going to use my cheat sheet. This is Roca interior decor and Roca exterior decor, and then this is Arbor glazed maple. I'm sorry, Newport glazed maple on the cabinets with a matte finish. So that talks a little bit about the inside of the coach. I know we've talked about the Villa furniture. Oh, another feature. I forgot. Don't want to skip this one. New for 2022. Much like on the Dutch Stars and New Airs and stuff like that, when you put the coach in gear and release the brake, it automatically locks the entry door, so you can't forget and leave your entry door unlocked going down the road. Also, you have a control right here. This button right here is new, and that you could manually unlock the door if it had been locked. So that is new for 2022. Let's get some of the compartments on the outside opened up, and we'll take a quick look at those. Okay, continuing with our review on our 2022 Country Star 4011. We'll start at the front, we'll work our way back. Of course, you do have a backup camera on this that you can either leave on all the time or it comes on automatically when you put it in reverse. And then you have what I call the lane changing helpers there. Those are side cameras that are turn signal activated. So you're going down the road, you want to move over a lane, flip on your blinker, it automatically shows what's in your blind spot. Great feature. Of course, like all Newmar diesels, it can be fueled from either side, which is nice. You don't have to. That's one less thing you have to worry about when you're navigating through a tight fuel station. This compartment here, great storage. You see a couple of accessories here that you've got your tools for your central vac, and then you also have your air hose that you can hook up to the compressor fittings in the front. This is an amazing pass through here. Look at the height on that. And then they optioned in a tray, and this particular one is a power tray. I told you we loaded this one with the goodies. This particular one is a power tray, and it can come out either side. It makes it super nice to get to the stuff that's always in the middle. Come back one more. Again, look at that ridiculous storage. You see all the steel in there for the Newmar Star Foundation. Best insulated coaches in the industry. Again, I always say this, but these are the thickest floors, the thickest walls. the thickest ceilings, and then on top of that, the thickest basement floor. That's where most companies cut the corner there. It's a real thin basement floor. All of that is filled with insulation and makes these the most four-seasonable coach out there. Coming on back, we do have an outdoor entertainment center. That is a Samsung TV with a Bose soundbar on a swivel. You can pull that out and swivel around to any direction. We do have a nice long awning. This goes from basically the front door all the way back to the rear slide here. So that is a nice awning. This is where you spend your time in the campground. Last year they upgraded it to where Country Star actually has aluminum wheels. It used to be a steel wheel coach with hubcaps. Those are aluminum wheels. They just look better. Not losing the hubcaps. Couple little storage cubbies here. Back here, this is going to be mostly for maintenance. These are your chassis batteries, and we have a disconnect switch on here for when we're putting the coach in storage. This is a 360 horsepower, 6-speed Allison transmission, Cummins engine coach. We are rated to tow 10,000 pounds with that, so that's great. This is a rear radiator coach. Sometimes we do the side radiator, sometimes we do the rear radiator. On Country Star, it's rear. But you can get to what you need to get to back here. Check your fluids, keep an eye on your air filter so you know when that's ready to be changed out. As we move around here, a lot of coaches don't make this a storage compartment. You have you can open this compartment, you can see the engine. Well, Newmar wants to utilize every inch, so they did give you storage here. Up in this compartment, you can see the shore power cord. That is tied to a surge protector / transfer switch all in one to protect your electronics and your coach. We have our DEF, which is diesel exhaust fluid, on the left here, and on the right behind that little door, that's where we store the sewer hose. It has its own little compartment. It doesn't need to be mingling with anything else. Last year they went to the stainless background on the in the wet bay here. Everything is extremely well labeled. We have a black tank flush. We have a whole house water filtration system. We have this little pink hose here that makes it easy for us to winterize. Even our dump valves are enclosed in here, and this is a heated space. We'll move past these quickly because we've kind of already seen them from the other side. Here's the other half of that big storage bay, the other half with the tray, the other half of the other big storage tray. And then we have the 8 batteries on the pull-out tray right next to our propane bob. So that makes those batteries easier to service, easier to get to. Up front, this is Freightliner. These are chassis electronics here. Okay, and then we'll pull up front here. We have an 8 kW diesel generator. I'm sure you can hear it in the video, but I'll bet you hear my voice pretty well over it. It's a very quiet generator, and that's nice. This is the air access if you needed to air up toys or tires that you have on this coach. So again, I apologize. We're trying to do this quickly just to get the word out on the 2022s. If you have questions, do not hesitate to call me. This particular coach is for sale right now at Mountain Comfort RV, and I'll be glad to help you. My name's Chris Anderson. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.